credential is a crucial part of the college football playoff. We are through the opening round of this year's playoff, and now the pressure is mounting in the quarterfinals. A matchup between one side that's had time to rest and recover, and another team that's battle-tested, already off one playoff victory. The kickoff team is out there. Great energy as this playoff game is about to get underway. Fields it just outside the goal line. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 24. Good coverage. So the Migs will get the first crack on offense today. Everything that happens on this field today is just heightened, Kirk, because it happens on this amazing stage at the foot of the San Gabriel Mountains. Nothing like it.
Nothing like it to me in all sports. We've been calling this game for such a long time, and I think we both agree it's one of our favorite games to call each year. And when we get a good matchup like this, it makes it that much better.
Solid run. They'll bring it down to the 28-yard line.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. They look to throw it here on second down, and it's caught. And they wrap him up after the completion just short of the first down marker. Made the catch, but he was surrounded for not much room to run.
They did a really good job that time of leveraging him out in space. I thought he might have a chance to be able to shake loose because he is so elusive. But defense, as you said, did a really good job in the open field surrounding him. Just nowhere for him to go to pick up any more positive yards.
Navy getting set with a 1st and 10 now. He'll hand it off. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
Great job by their offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on 1st down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Makes the throw across the middle of the field. Catch made down the left side, an explosive play. An explosive play. They finally grab him, but the ball moves inside the 25. This Navy offense is quickly moving down the field. The quarterback's got it on the option. Pitches to the back. He's marked out of bounds after an excellent game, but there is a flag on the field. This one might be coming back. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. The midshipmen come to the line on 1st and goal. They try to muscle toward the end zone on the ground. He powers into the end zone. Touchdown, Navy. We come out in the playoff game, Kirk. No signs of rust for the offense immediately.
Yeah, no jitters at all. After the layoff, I wondered how they might be able to come out and communicate, and they actually just the rhythm to the offense. But they did not hesitate. They set the tone early. Now they got themselves a lead.
Return starts from inside the 5. And the coverage team pins him in and brings him down. So the Ohio State Buckeyes offense takes the field. The first chance we had to see them today. Well, it's not easy to narrow down the impact players to just a few guys, Kurt. What do you expect from them today?
Well, we got guys that can make plays as well as anybody in the country on both sides of the ball. That's why I think this matchup is so exciting. Two good teams with great individual players.
Breaks clear. End zone ahead. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down. Buckeyes come up to the line in a hurry-up.
And that is a running back's dream. I don't think the guy got touched until he got taken to the ground. It's just excellent blocking. There's nobody he had to make miss or use his stiff arm. Just a lot of open field.
And looking to throw now on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Tate. Tackle made after the completion.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your...
And it's caught. Touchdown, Ohio State.
That kind of play is almost impossible to defend. When the quarterback is throwing the ball with that kind of accuracy and timing, and the receiver runs a route like this, good luck trying to stop it. So maybe this is a great start for this combination, this quarterback and receiver, for a big day.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Card. And the returner is brought down. So here comes the Navy offense back out onto the field now. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time, looking to do the same thing here to see if the defense can make adjustments. They bring him down, but a solid game there on first down. Looks to be just inches short of the marker. Second down after that run on the previous play. They'll hand it off. They stop him, but it's a first down.
Just exactly what you'd expect to see from Navy. Tough, physical running, and a first down to keep those sticks moving.
First down at 10. And he'll set up to throw. And the receiver snags it. It's complete.
Chris, how about the offensive balance these last couple of plays we're seeing from these guys? Not only are they balanced, but the explosiveness. A big run followed up by a big play through the air, man, it puts a lot of pressure on this defense.
He pulls it in for a big gain. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down. Offense now operating in the red zone. They'll try to run it with the option. Quarterback still with the football. Runner finding some space there. That's a solid gain on the ground.
Man, every single time this guy runs the option, you're kind of like holding your breath, wondering if he's going to break a tackle and get out in the open field and use his speed. He picks up some yards here, but see if this defense can keep putting pressure on him and not letting him get out into the open.
The offense sets up in scoring position with a new set of downs. Couldn't quite get there, but brought down at the 1-yard line. Second and goal for the offense. They'll try the option play here. He'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, midshipman. Planning to try the extra point. PAT puts it in front by 7. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And the returner will be brought down. Here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Solid gain on the running play. Third down now. Dropping back, it's Nolan. Oh, downfield catch made on the left side. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. They could not stop him. He's in. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Well, this college football playoff game is all tied up. It's beginning to feel a little bit like a shootout.
Yeah, it is. It's a battle with the offenses. Both these teams right now executing flawlessly, and they're doing so with such high stakes, answering one score with another. Neither team is backing up 1 inch.
Here's the return from inside the 5. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. And the Navy offense comes back out onto the field. A little bit of my turn, your turn in the early going here. Both offenses scoring touchdowns the last possession. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. It's an option look. He'll pitch it. Breaking free at the 35. Forced out of bounds after a big gain. This offense set up with a first down. And that run good for first down yardage. The drive moves on. Here's the option play. Pitch play to the back. The gain is 5, so it's 2nd and 5 now.
It's a good, solid game. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
Second down after that run on the previous play. They'll run the option. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
That's a good call on the option, but the quarterback doesn't execute that well. I don't know if he was fooled by the way that defensive end slow played it or not, but the end deserves a lot of credit for coming up with a great tackle.
Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Receiver makes the catch. The reception gets about 7 yards, but fourth down coming up here.
Chris, great effort here by this defense to keep him short of the first down. Now they've got a tough decision to make here on this fourth down and short.
But it's incomplete. A fourth down stop. Turnover on downs.
This is the chance you take here as an offensive coordinator and a play caller. You go for it here. You draw it up perfectly. You think this is the right play, and then the execution is not there. So the defense catches a break, and they get the ball back to their own offense.
Grab behind the line. It's Tate. And he's tackled for a loss after the catch. The defense all over that one. Offense getting set. It's second down. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Catch made on the out route.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
Oh, it's incomplete. That's a good job of the defender to break that up. The Buckeyes will send the punt team onto the field. Bringing it back, it's Card. Returner brought down. Sets up the next drive. And the Navy offense comes back out onto the field. Last possession, they were stopped on fourth down, but it didn't cost them anything. And they put together something here. And it's incomplete, even on a first down throw. He was under some heavy pressure. Getting set. Here's second down. Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. He'll toss it to the back. Breaks loose at the 40. Finally brought down, but the option produces a big game that time. That's great execution. Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. The back's got it on the pitch. And he heads out of bounds after gaining a few yards. So at the end of one, we are dead even as these teams continue their pursuit of a national championship. Let's take a quick look at the game summary so far. Important second down play coming up. They're going to run the option. Pitch to the back. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Quarterback's got it on the option. Gets the first and still running. And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. Navy getting set for the 1st and 10 now. He's running out of time here. That's the running back who makes the catch across the middle.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
Makes it second down. And he drops back in the gun. Catch made on the right side. Finally out of bounds after a solid gain, but there is a flag on the field. So let's check this out. So the offense accepts the roughing the passer penalty, gets a fresh set of downs. Here we go. Navy lines up first and goal. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Navy. And they get set now to try the PAT. So a quarterback who can escape and score like that, what news for this offense?
Yeah, and quarterbacks like this who can scramble are so hard to defend because the defense is so caught up in coverage and defending the pass. By the time they realize what's happening, there's no chance of stopping them from scoring.
And a returner brought down by that coverage team. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. And now the handoff. Running through the tackle. And tackled after a small pickup there. Now it's second down here. Handoff from the shotgun. And they'll tackle him about the 23-yard line.
Chris, I just love to see this offensive line and this running game able to establish themselves. This back is already over 50 yards. We're in the first half, so really good job of establishing the run game. Opens up the play action, opens up one-on-one opportunities. Just keep winning the battle up front.
Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. First down here for this offense. Here's the toss play. Runner heads outside. And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage. Second down play coming up for this offense. Dropping back. It's Nolan. Makes a quick catch. He's found some room with the 45. Out of bounds, but not before a huge gain. Offense gets a fresh set of downs.
Boy, huge play by this offense. A good throw, a nice accurate throw. But I think it's the run after the catch that really impresses me. And early in this game, you got to think they're going to continue to go back to him until this defense shows that they can slow him down.
And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. He'll be taken down, but a penalty flag on the field. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. A pre-snap motion from the offense. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Tackle is made. It's a short gain, well short of the marker. Pass complete. It's second down now. Quarterback drops back. And the receiver's got it. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion. So now from the 27, the offense faces a third and short. How aggressive will they play it? They're going to run it. Mack gets the carry. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. So on fourth down now, out comes the field goal unit. Trying to knock it through from 48 yards away. And he's got it from 48 yards out, showing off the big leg. So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. Not surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
Coverage team brings down the return. And here comes the Navy offense back out onto the field now. The last possession was just old school power football. Let's see if they can keep that going here. And the first play of the drive now coming up from the 17-yard line. Pitches to the back. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. They're behind the sticks on second and long here from the 12. On the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. On the run here, taking a deep shot. And the pass is dropped incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball.
You know, they don't hit this downfield, but it gives you an idea of how much pressure this quarterback can put on this defense. They've got to cover all these receivers, worry about the running game, try to pressure the quarterback, and then deal with him when he breaks out and scrambles like that. He's a threat to run or throw.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up fourth down now. They bring the punter onto the field now. Ball rolls dead, and the coverage team downs it right there. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. They kicked a field goal in the last drive. They're looking for the end zone this time. Opening play of the drive, quick throw to the left. Defense reacts quickly, a very short gain on the play.
Boy, wide receiver screen can be hit or miss. Either receiver finds a nice crease and picks up big yards, or the defense completely negates that. The team speed from the defense here wins that play.
Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. And now the ball comes out. A disastrous play from the start. The defense recovers the fumble.
I think that's on the quarterback and the offensive line. They were breathing down this quarterback's neck before he could even recognize that they were there, and they were able to knock it loose.
They'll try to run it with the option. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play.
Chris, it's the consistency of this pack is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
Here we go, third down, close to the goal line. They can still get a first down without scoring. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
The defense made a good play there, but needs to string along more stops like that against this running back if they want to be able to win this game. The run game has looked good in the first half, but maybe that won't be the case from now on.
Well, the offense failed earlier on a fourth down attempt. They'll try it again here. He'll pitch it. Out of bounds, about a yard short of the mark for turnover on downs. Right, so it's 1st and 10, back inside the 5-yard line. We're going to see how much this play caller trusts his quarterback. How aggressive will he be from this spot? And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. 2nd down after that run on the previous play. And the single back takes the handoff. That was a nice juke, but not much room to run. He's brought down for a short gain.
It's not a huge gain here, but if you add up multiple runs like that throughout the course of a game, by the 4th quarter, you're going to start to see that affect the defense.
It's a highlight reel diving catch there. Tackle is made, but the junior quarterback shows off his arm strength that time. Dropping back, it's Nolan. Got him, he's sacked. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. So behind the 6, 2nd and long from their 14. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up the throw. From the pocket, delivers over the middle. And they bring him down after a solid gain, but it's still well short of the first down marker. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And he's going to float this one to the right side. And that's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a 4th down. The Buckeyes will line up to punt it away. And he'll kick it away now for the 2nd time. He's got some daylight turning on the speed. And the coverage team gets the returner to the ground. And the Navy offense comes back out onto the field. The last time they were stopped on 4th and goal. Rolled the dice, came up empty. And they get it going again here. The tight end has got it. The ball is loose. Defense falls on the ball. Crucial takeaway.
Well, that's why you do ball security drills almost every single day in practice. You just can't put the ball on the turf like that. We'll give credit to the defender for the hit, because that's what caused the fumble.
Here's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. Pressure is coming. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play. This pass rush has been a problem. Another sack sets up 2nd and long. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. And the pass rush has got him again. Back-to-back sacks. And the offense will now quickly spend a timeout.
Chris, that's another sack for this guy. That's back-to-back plays. This guy's been able to get to this quarterback. Man, he is in a zone and feeling good right now. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm either rolling away from that guy or you got to think about double-teaming him just to keep him out of the backfield.
Takes the handoff. It's Baker. The defense stops him short of the marker, so it's 4th down coming up. And now the defense will call a timeout here. There's something they didn't like about that look. And they'll make an adjustment before this important play. The coverage team makes the stop on this return. And the Navy offense comes back out onto the field. They're looking to protect the lead and protect the football. The last possession, remember, ended in a fumble. So a little under 30 seconds to go in the half. We'll see how they play this here in 1st and 10. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing.
Start offense.
And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. The offense now operating in empty. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. And he'll rifle this one deep to the right side. And a huge gain before he's forced out of bounds. Big yardage to set up a fresh set of downs. Big chunk gain in the first play of the drive sets him up near midfield in 1st and 10. Receiver makes the grab. The offense will call a timeout. That's their second of the half.
Well, defense didn't have any time at all to get pressure on the quarterback. He gets the ball out of his hands pretty quickly on the hitch to the receiver.
Heavy pressure, good as he throws. And it's caught inside the 10. The gain moves the football to the 6-yard line. It'll be 1st down and goal. The offense takes a timeout to talk things over. Caught near the goal line. And he's in. Touchdown, midshipman. But they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. They'll return it from inside the 5. And they've got the returner corralled. Final seconds in the first half, they will just take a knee and head to the locker room. Looks like the offense is content to run out the clock here and just take it to intermission. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. Navy will kick it off as we start the second half. And it's fielded. Can the returner make something happen here? The coverage team able to bring him down. Here comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. They start the drive with a quick throw to the left side.
Boy, this receiver in the slot is giving this defense all kinds of problems. He has another catch on the day. You may want to adjust out, get out of your base, maybe try 5 or 6 defensive backs on the field, somebody that can match up more athletic.
Oh, what a cut, and still going. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play. Buckeyes will come to the line to crank up the tempo.
Just another great example, Chris, of an Ohio State quarterback and receiver combination being so dangerous. Think about it, over the last 8 or 10 years, I think Ohio State has been as consistent as anybody when it comes to the passing game and the efficiency that comes with it.
Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Defense finally able to get him down after the juke, but he picks up a decent gain. Urgency now for the offense that hates to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. And they pick up the first on the ground. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs. The Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field.
This is why they're in the playoffs, right? Not just the ability to throw the ball, but you get to a critical moment, a 3rd down, you trust that offensive line to come up with a 1st down, and they get it.
Grab down the middle. It's Tate. They bring him down, but that gain moves the ball all the way to the 31.
How about the offense here dialing up a good zone beater? Let's give credit to the coordinator for calling the right play at the right time, and the receiver finding the hole in that zone.
The Buckeyes line up on 1st and 10 now. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. Finding space at the 20. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play. The offense looks fired up to begin the second half. That's the kind of play they've needed to give them a spark.
Absolutely. I know they're down in this game. Clearly something was said at halftime to try to get this offensive line engaged, and it looks like it's working. They're playing with a different kind of energy.
All the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. Offense still out there, down by 5. They're going to go for the 2-point conversion and make this a 3-point game. Looking to pass, it's Nolan. Kirk, they were backed up to start the drive, but some bold play calling, great execution, and they reached the end zone.
You know, it's easy to just kind of pull your horns in and get conservative when you're pushed way back close to your own goal line, but not this offense. They came out, showed the confidence that they have in their quarterback, and it paid off. Nice touchdown.
And the returner will be brought down.
And the Navy offense will take over.
And here comes the Navy offense back out onto the field now. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? Quarterback keeps the football. Gets some space around the 30. He's past the marker, still on his feet. He'll head out of bounds after another big game. They have chewed up this defense with the ground game today. After the first play, they're very close to midfield already. Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. Pitch play to the back. Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
They'll try the option play here. He'll toss it to the back. They make the tackle, but enough for a first down. Textbook execution on the option. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. He'll hand it off. They've got him after a 7-yard gain, so 2nd and 3. Offense switches it up here, looking to throw the ball now. He's got a receiver wide open here. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. Offense now in the all-important red zone. They hand it off to the back. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in 3rd down. What is the offense doing on 3rd down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend 1st down. If you can hold...
He's got some room. Can he get there? Brought down at the 3. That was a solid run.
How about that offensive line? That's just getting a hat on a hat, opening just enough room for the back to be able to get through there for a big gain.
The midshipmen come to the line on 1st and goal. Couldn't quite get there. Brought down at the 2. 2nd down and goal. And the fullback takes a turn running the football. Fights his way in for the score. Touchdown, Navy. They'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the extra point gives them a double-digit lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away.
Navy 35, Ohio State 25.
He's going to return it from near the goal line. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. Here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. They were clicking last time. Great protection. The pitch and catch was solid. Right down for a touchdown. Quarterback pulls the ball. It's a keeper. Brought down at the 28, and that's good enough for a first down.
Boy, this offense does such a great job of putting the threat of the quarterback and the running back on this defense. It puts the defense in a tough spot because it's really hard to take both away. This time, the quarterback gets out and shows you the speed he has as well.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Looking downfield, it's Nolan. Tries to get it to the running back. Catch made in stride to a wide-open receiver. Big gain across midfield down near the 30-yard line. Buckeyes come to the line to run the hurry-up.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
First down. We're going to throw the football. Receiver makes the catch. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time. The Buckeyes have 1st and 10 here. Trying to find some room. It's Baker. Did well to avoid a loss there, but it's no gain on the play.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Handoff here from the shotgun. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. They don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete pass.
Down goes the quarterback. It's a sack.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
And he's got it from 47 yards away, showing off the deep range. Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
The returner is brought down. Gets us started with the next drive. And the Navy offense comes back out onto the field. And that last touchdown drive, they just pounded away with the running game. Let's see if they can do it again. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. The back's got it on the pitch. That's a big game before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down. See what the call is on 1st and 10. It's an option look. Pitch to the back. They tackle him right at the 35-yard line.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
Gets rid of it on the move. Caught over the middle. It's Card. Tackle is made, but that's good for a first down at the 47. A new set of downs after that completion. Here's the option play. Pitches to the back. Breaks loose at the 40. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. Another chunk play. This offense is really clicking. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. First down, looking to throw the ball. He pulls in the catch. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
It's so easy to get caught up in the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
Defense stops him short of the first down marker, and that'll do it for the third quarter of play. And Kirk, it's Navy in the lead, sitting in a pretty good spot as we wrap up the third quarter, trying to keep those national championship hopes alive. Let's take a quick look at the game sets when we have a chance. Here we go, first play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Off play action, he's looking to throw. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time, and now third down coming up.
From the snap of the ball, it looked like he knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football. But the guy just had him blanketed, and he still tried to get the ball squeezed in there. He's got to do a better job of working through his progressions to find that open man.
And he'll drop back here on third down. But they don't connect. It's incomplete, and it brings up fourth down. And here comes the field goal unit onto the field. It's crucial here, a chance to extend the lead here late in the game. And he knocks that one right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Returner tackle right there. That's where we'll start the drive. And the Ohio State offense comes back onto the field. Difficult to win games kicking field goals. To cut into this lead, they got to find the end zone. Looks to his left and makes the completion. Second down play coming up. Back to throw. It's Nolan. And it's incomplete as he just overthrew his receiver that time.
Chris, I think the pressure is taking a toll on this quarterback. You can just tell the pass rush is affecting his progressions and his willingness to throw it away.
Shotgun formation here on third down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Moves the ball to the 25. Good enough for a first down.
It's a nice completion there, Chris. And this possession at this point in the game is critical for them. They've got to focus on putting points on the board right now to make this a one-possession game.
Looking to throw yet again. And the junior gets home, making a sack there. Second and long now at the 17.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
They bring him down. It's a very solid game, but still well short of the first down.
Chris, here we are in the fourth quarter. These guys are trailing. Hadn't been a great day, but with this quarterback, he's as gifted as anybody in the country. You never count these guys out.
Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Down he goes, a sack.
This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle the pressure of this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of Chris.
And it's picked off. He throws it right into double coverage and pays for it. Can he take it all the way? And he's going to score on the pick six. Touchdown, midshipman.
Well, it's just something freeing when you have this kind of lead and you can just turn the defense loose. Getting aggressive pays off for them here. They get the interception, and what athletic ability there to take it into the end zone for a touchdown.
And it's field, the returner trying to create good field position here. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. Here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back. He threw a pick six in the last possession. Looking for the wideout. And it's intercepted. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
Touchdown, Navy. And the beatdown continues. Kicking team out for the PAT try. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. Fields it just outside the goal line. When he's got some space here. They get him down, but he found a good line in that return. So the drive starts with pretty decent field position. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. See if this quarterback can bounce back. The last possession, a pick on the very first play. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Cannot escape it. Down he goes.
Chris, I'm really surprised by the way this game has turned out. That's another sack by this defense. They've done such a great job of preparing a plan to get ready for one of the top quarterbacks in the country. They've kept him out of sync, applied pressure, and a big part of the reason they're enjoying this lead right now.
And it's caught. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion.
I love what the defense is doing here. Sitting back, giving up some plays underneath, tackling these guys inbounds, and just keep that clock rolling.
Nice grab. It's Baker. Tackled across midfield at the 48. Good enough for a first down. The Buckeyes come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Play action here on first down. Throws to the tight end. And it's complete downfield. Comes out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Well, this is why running the football is so important. You run the ball and you go play action. It affects the eyes of the safeties and the linebackers and frees up some space for the tight end to be able to pick up a nice gain.
It's an out route. The catch made. They stop him at the 22. This offense in great scoring position now. It's a 1st and 10 play coming up for the offense. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. It's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
Well, depending on the temperament of the head coach, he's either turning to the bench and screaming, where in the heck was that all day? Or maybe he's just kind of keeping that to himself, thinking, all right, maybe this is something to build on. Maybe something.
catch made in the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Coach makes the decision to go for a two-point conversion.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
And the hands team able to make the crucial recovery. Comes back out onto the field. So the offense with the 1st and 10 now. The football placed exactly at midfield. Uses the stiff arm and gets past the mark before being taken down. It was a 1st and 10 play. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Nowhere to go. The ball knocked loose. Now the defense has got it going the other way. Breaks clear over the middle. Can they catch it?
Oh, what a play by this defense. Trailing in the second half, really the only way you can get back into this game is create turnovers. Ball's on the ground, they pounce on it, and they get the ball back to their own offense.
Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Scanning the field. It's Nolan. Launching one to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Ohio State. Well, no surprise for an offense this good. Short field, quick touchdown.
Yeah, you get into the red zone, though, there's a tendency to want to get conservative. I love that the offensive coordinator and the quarterback kept attacking until they came away with 7 points.
And looks like the hands team are able to recover the football. Comes the Navy offense back out onto the field now. They got into plus territory last time, but the drive ended on a fumble. They got to shake that off immediately. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
Chris, good job here on this stop, but remember the ball is inbounds and the clock keeps moving here late in the game and you're trailing. As a defense, you got to start thinking about utilizing those timeouts. You got all 3 to use. At what point are you going to start putting those into play?
Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
Yeah, I like this call here late in the game like this with the lead. Nothing too fancy, just right up the middle. Trust that offensive line and it's running back and just keep working that clock.
They'll work the clock here with the running game. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job opening up the holes. Anytime you get positive yards on 1st down, that's a win.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. Tight end makes the grab. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a 1st down. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. It's a quarterback keeper. Defense stops him, but that's a solid game. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Second down after that run on the previous play. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. And the ball to the ground. Looks like the offense able to recover it there. Hold on a second. The replay official has signaled that he wants to have another look at this play. So after taking a closer look, the officials will overturn that previous ruling. An important 3rd down conversion coming here in the red zone. They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, midshipman. Here comes the point after attempt. Extra point up and good. They build the lead to 18 in the final quarter. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away.
59, Ohio State, 41.
Return starts from inside the 5. And the coverage team pins him in and brings him down. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. First down here, the offense has time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. The pass rush closing in. Aggressive call, a deep shot on first down, but incomplete. And that's the 2-minute warning here. This offense desperate to cut into this lead and then try to get the football back. Bringing pressure. Couldn't find anybody open and just has to throw it away.
All of this pressure and sacks are starting to impact this quarterback. You can sense that internal timer is sped up a bit more than usual.
Now in the final couple minutes, here's a deep shot. And it's incomplete. They let it fly on third down, but now it brings up fourth. Buckeyes will bring their punt team onto the field. He's on to kick it away, helping his team with field position. He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. The coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. And the Navy offense comes back out onto the field. This has been a tremendous performance by this team. Now just the finishing touches. Run out the clock and let the party begin. He's brought down, but not before the gain to the 42-yard line. Second down after that run on the previous play. And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. He's past the marker and still going. Sophomore brought down after a nice run.
Boy, this offense's execution has been on point all game long, but especially in this fourth quarter. They're getting better and better, and this defense seems to have just quit out there.
That's a design quarterback keeper. Inside the 35-yard line. Tackle made, but the game moves the ball to the 30.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. But just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put in a spy to keep this quarterback from running.
And that run produces a decent gain. The game makes it second and medium. Back in motion now. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
You're starting to see this defense, I think, wear down now that we're in the fourth quarter. It's been a tough day for them, and the offense is taking advantage of it. A lot of positive plays. Good job of eating as much clock as they can here on this drive in the fourth quarter.